What is going on? I'm Zedmod, also known as a non-moose on the YouTubes. Your creator boost has likely expired. Mine has not. It's still got Zedmod in there. We are not going to be doing Hammerman Fleet today. We are going to be focusing on warships into the final week, into the final metas. I am going to show you all of the goodness. This coming from someone who has fallen out of rank 22. I know that is going to be a tough pill to swallow. But finally done with baseball for the season, all of the travel done. We are going to focus on some warships now. You can see that I've gone and gotten heavy Choppas. It has been a grind, an absolute crotch punch of a grind. We have heavies, we've got heavy Choppas. Those two things need to be combined. Heavy Choppas without heavies, a bit of a waste of time. So we also are going to be back filling towards that shock blaster. That shock blaster will be helpful. I will not be going 8 engine rooms on either account. Those 150 keys will be way better spent elsewhere. My other account is on the top deck. This one is on the bottom deck. The top deck is harder, so this one is going to be a little bit hamstrung. Yes, I know that's said wrong, but don't have Seekers on this one. Don't have that boost. That is very low on the priorities, unless you're using Bombardiers. This one also quite low. Rocket Choppa, you do get a bit of a boost, but there are better things likely, such as that troop health down there, that troop damage up there. So this is my next path, is to go get that troop damage. Will speed me up a little bit, and then get that shock blaster, because the Doom Cannon on its own underneath the double sky shields, not all that useful. This base has been cracked. That is not super duper important. More important is that heavy Choppa, rocket Choppa, it simplifies your hits so much. It is absolutely insane. I have yet to use it against one of these kind of bases, but I am hopeful that it should still work just as well. So, gotta figure out where I want to go. I was leaning towards going up the left-hand side, but all the heavies are not going to be able to get underneath that sky shield there. They're going to do that long. Like, if we send our troops up to here, our heavies are not going to get anywhere near this stuff. So don't take these hits as gospel. These are going to be completely and utterly wrong. I am going to make many mistakes along the way, but heavy Choppas just make everything easier, and you don't need bullet for them. I'm not even sure that bullet might be the right answer for this or not. Kavan, definitely helpful, bringing back some of those pink zombie heavies, which of course will get your troops out front. That heavy Choppa went left, that one went right, all of the things happening in the right sort of order. There is a Doom Cannon there, so need to protect our troops for a second or two. Also, that back Boom Cannon will be a bit of a pain, so we are going to throw a shock in a second or so, if we need to. Not entirely sure that we do. Yeah, there we go. Heavy Choppa came in at the right angle. All things happening at the right times. Kavan's going to give us some pink zombie troops. Those heavies fell in the absolute perfect spot. And now we just need to make sure that Boom Cannon right there does not turn towards our troops. There we go. It turned towards a heavy, not towards a rocket Choppa. So there wasn't a ton of concern there, but that heavy Choppa is just clinging to life by the skinniest of skinny margins. And I think we should probably get rid of that Doom Cannon. And as soon as that is done, we're going to flare the heck over here and try to speed things up a little teeny tiny bit. Probably want Kavan to join the fray. Smoke is cheap, getting him going. And now I did not scout. I am terrible at scouting, I have to fully admit. This season especially, when the stats can be so drastically different, scouting would be way more important than most things involved in these hits, and I have not done a great job of it. So now we just need to throw a couple smokes, and I'll throw some critters there and a flare there, and just hope that our rocket choppas pop out in a decent amount of time, taking down the base. Typically, you want to be more like 2 minutes or faster, but like I said, my rocket choppa hits just aren't quite there yet, and without that extra troop damage, did well though. So we finished off with a win there. If you're curious or unsure about what the heck to unlock next, do let me know. I know my rank is terrible. Many people up there in Legendary. I am in 1800th. I don't think I've ever been this low in a season. I'm going to call that partially this crotch punch. Yes, I like that term. Going back to get things, and partially lack of time and partially lack of skill this season. I just did not put enough time into my path, did not put enough time into the pushes, and screwed up everywhere that was possible along the way. So hopefully your season's going better. I know a lot of the top players have parked. Some of them, I believe, because they wasted keys on that 8th engine room. I think 7 engine rooms is the answer. So if you're looking for answers on where to spend your keys, I think it's to hunker down, even if you have the wrong deck layout. And this account definitely does have the wrong deck layout. Anytime you face these kind of bases, you're in a world of trouble. These dirty bases on that top engine road path are so much stronger. Very much regretting going the bottom path on my second account, which is this account, but I do like the fact that I've got a little bit of insights into both paths as a result. I'm kind of tempted to just do one tree next season. I feel like especially in the summertime, just don't have the time or capacity to do 2 trees. Do let me know in the comments if me putting 2 different trees worth of information on the YouTube has been helpful for you, and if it has, then maybe I'll consider sticking with it. But otherwise, I'm just running ragged here. So we're going to get that far middle engine room down, then we're going to flare slightly out of the way and then get over back into here and throw some critters there and a shock there, and hoping to get onto that engine room. You'll notice that I have not used anything from Kavan yet. That is important. I tend to use Kavan way too early, and then you bring back those Tick 1 rifles, and they're just as weak as critters, basically, it feels like. So waiting for a long time before I use second wind. We've got heavies out front, and as those heavies start to dwindle, we'll get some pink zombie heavies out front. I think we got some pink zombie Zookas as well. I'm fairly certain that my Zookas are Tick 1. I tend to get rid of these side cannons because I just don't do well at getting my troops in the right spot, and by moving over slightly, you end up getting a slightly better approach to things, and that should, in theory, allow us to get all of our heavies in that right sort of neighborhood. We're going to throw some critters back there just because that should help distract that shock blaster for a second. Also that shock launcher. And you see that? We would have lost that rocket choppa almost certainly, but instead we're going to get onto things. Those bottom sniper towers will be a bit of a pain, so I am going to shock them. Yes, I know shocking sniper towers just seems wrong. I agree 1000%, but as you can see here, we've got all of our heavy choppas out front distracting things, and those sniper towers are going to take some of our you know what? I'm just going to flare. We're just going to throw a shock there and a shock in behind and just get onto that final engine room. We are already way too slow. So those long, skinny engine room decks, so much better. Our opponent has retreated. If you are not 7 yet, for whatever reason, do go to the top. They're going to get better value out of that. We are going to pick up the ugliest of wins here, though. 2 very long battles. At this point, you know what? Instead of waiting for them to retreat, we are going to get back to the main island and swap over to this one. This one, is also doing terribly. If you look at my log, it's just losses, and it's just losses that are like over a day apart. Again, just showing how I have not been playing a heck of a lot, just chest collecting, which is not a great way to play Boom Beach or Warships, but just went and got myself those boom cannons, starting to get some defenses. These stats are next level, like 140% building health, 100% building damage, 100% troop health, 230% troop damage, probably too much to be honest, and 100% GBE. So liking the stats on this one a lot, and the defenses on the other one a lot. At least we've got this deck. Now it's time to backfill this one into existence. That I think I'm feeling towards the SEMO. Would love to hear your thoughts on the SEMO, because Bombardier players, though that SEMO could be useful, Seekers aren't much of a concern anymore. Green Mines also, double Sky Shields. There's just so much good stuff in this tech tree that it's pulling me in all the ways, but at least we've got all of this stuff except for that extra troop health. So went all the way around the ring, did the ring around the rosy, and we have got all of the important bits, and now we just need to get some sky shields and maybe a SEMO and some mines, and it's going to be, this base, once it gets to its final form, is going to be very, very, very formidable. That's likely going to happen in the next 2 to 3 days, and we've got 6 days left on that extended patrol. So hopefully you found something good here. Hopefully that heavy Choppa, rocket Choppa idea gets you going. This one's got bullet and heavies, so don't really need it as much as on the other account, but last week of the season, 6 days, 14 hours, and also keep in mind that, like me, I am likely going to push till Friday, then that's going to be it. Quick pause to sneeze my face off. I am probably the loudest sneezer in the Northern Hemisphere. Anyways, ball season is over. It is Warship season time. I shall talk to you soon. Let me know what you're up to, where your plans are, where you are in the global rankings, if you've parked, and all of the rest of the things. And I know it's not summer everywhere, but it is summer for me, so that's the conversations I have. Also, do let me know how these beautiful orange trees look in my new upgraded color 4K goodness. I'll talk to you soon, though. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmod. Peace.